Welcome and thank you for joining. This is All Signs and we're starting off with Libra. Happy birthday to all the Libras out there. I'm going to restart and go backwards all the way to Scorpio. I want to apologize for the audio in the last one. My battery was running flat and I had a pretty bad morning, so I'm going to make up for it now. Okay. Spirit guides, angels and ancestors, what are the messages today for Libra? What does Libra need to know? For some of you, you could be planning an overseas trip. Okay, I can see Asia and Egypt here. Okay, so you could be traveling somewhere, but I also see a cross, and it makes me feel that you are making a promise to someone or something, whether that be to travel together or you've always had this pact that you have to start looking into. There's something about travel. Your family could be overseas and they want to see you for your birthday. I don't know when this plan is, but the last time I flipped these two cards, I also got Asia and Egypt together. Whether you're traveling with someone of Asian descent or Egyptian, or you're attracted to that, it could also be that coming through. But it could be your own race as well. But there's a promise that you're going to make to somebody. I'm just going to keep going. These are witchy cards. So we have the Power with the witch's hat. Responsibility. And a foundation, a homeland. See, there's a map on here. It just reminds me of travel again, okay? But you have some power and responsibility, okay? Whether that be something in your family and you are going to have to go home or travel somewhere to be power of attorney for something, or just have a responsibility, okay? It could also be employment. You could get power, you could own your own company, you could get a pay rise or a promotion if you're looking into that or thinking, are you worthy of something like that? Spirit is saying yes, definitely. Okay, so for some of you, you may not know the power you hold. Okay, the witch's hat is there, and it says how the inner strength of somebody, and you know, the high priest, responsibility. Okay, so you are responsible for people or a situation or a company or something where you have to step up. Okay, you could be the person who has to organize this promise you gave to someone about travel. Okay, if you've made and put off plans to go back home to family and friends and kept putting it off, Spirit's just reminding you to just get that in plans, because life is too short, and you know, see the people that you love and be around them, especially around your birthday time. Okay, let's have a look. Do two of these. What's for Libra? New life. Some solitude. Okay, so there's a new life coming your way. The Divine Mother is there. Okay, the numbers 13 and 48 could resonate here. You've also got the solitude card, so I think you've had time to yourself to reflect and think, or you will have time to yourself to know what is right for you. A new life or a baby or a child in the family could be coming into the world. If not, it's all about rebirth and you know, a new beginning and a new chance at something, or with someone, or an opportunity for something to happen. Okay. Divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. So your ancestors are around you and guiding you, and they're very strong with this whole travel or home thing. Okay. You may have had a friend of Asian or Egyptian, like that could be the spirit coming through. I'm not sure. It's a little bit mixed here, but there is a strong thing to travel or to go back home, whichever it is. You could, you know, spirit is like saying there's helpers in the subtle realms, so they're there for you. Many generations of ancestors are there. The perspective card is here, okay? Don't focus in on the negative, zoom out and find some common ground in situations, okay? Don't let anybody tip your scale, and, you know, find common ground and stay balanced like we normally are. None of it matters. It's not that important, so don't get worked up over a situation. Just relax, okay? I'm just going to do this relationship cards, but I'm not going to flip them yet because I'm going to do 4 cards. Okay, so I'm just going to put one there. Actually, all right. Actually, I might do 2. I'll do for you and the person you're thinking about. So you are the first pile, so it's going to be a situation and a solution. Okay, a situation and a solution, which I'll flip after I do the main cards. Just give these ones a shuffle. Okay. How do you feel about him or her, Libra? Whoa. Fell on the floor, so that doesn't count. How do you feel about him or her? Judgment. How he feels about you, or how he or she feels about you. The Hierophant. Okay. What you've been through. The Magician. Okay, and the relationship status. The 8 of Swords. Okay. So, how... Just one moment. You feel about them is judgment. Okay? You're judging. You're doing your Libra self, and you're judging the situation and the person, and you're sussing everything out, and you're making sure that it's fair, as you might have a little bit of a fear. Okay? How they feel towards you is traditional, marriage material. They could be a Taurus with the Taurus energy here, but they see you as somebody that's potentially a life partner. Okay? So the status here with the Magician, it's like subconsciously that you have manifested the person. You've had the tools and you've got the person, or they've got you, or they've hoped for this for a while, and that's what's happened and how it's happened. Okay. The relationship status could be, it's almost like you are not feeling trapped, but you're feeling like it's feeling really claustrophobic and close. Maybe you weren't expecting this, so there's a fear that something can go wrong, and the potential could be a little bit off-putting, and you're not expressing that. You're both just a little bit scared in the back of your minds, or will be. This hasn't happened yet. Okay, so we have solutions and the situation for you and your pile. Flip it if you need to. Okay, so there was a big thing here. There was a big breakup with you. Okay, so that was the situation. There was a silent treatment and abandoning something or a situation. Okay, and the solution you did to that, whether it be this person or an old person, is separation. So we've got 2 separation cards here. Okay, the word separation is in both, so that could be playing on your mind as well. time apart from the person is on the horizon. Maybe you need time out to think, but there is definitely something that you've seen a bad pattern, and the solution was you separated, and you may have somebody new coming in. It could be the same person, it could be different energy, but I feel it's every story is different, but there's definitely separation on your mind. Okay, and with them, I feel there's a situation where it's a mirror and it could reflect old wounds. This person, you know, you could have been with before, and they make your insecurities like come out, and there's an introspection, like you're mirroring off the person, or they might remind you of something. But it says the solution is it's safe for you to love again. So you've got to open your heart entirely. This is for your person. If it sounds more like the other way around and they separated from you and you're longing for them, it could be you saying it's safe to love again. Okay. These are all the other way. Sorry, I have to fix them quickly. I didn't realize. Just making them flat. Just a couple that are turned around, I think. Top ones. Okay, sorry about that. Should have checked them first. Okay. So okay, so third party situation. There might be a third person involved in your connection, but you've walked away from toxic people, or you'll realize this, and you will. Okay, so it's a positive thing. Curiosity. There is so much knowledge surrounding the decision you need to make. However, there are more options you have not yet considered. Slow down, and the right opportunity will present itself. Okay? So just make sure you don't rush into something that you're not ready for. Slow it down. It'll come to you. You don't have to worry about it. Just live in the now, not worry too much about the future, and things will go okay. Okay? Thank you, Libra. I'm going to reset these cards. I'll be back. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what are the messages today for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? Wisdom, vows, persecution and inquisition. Okay. Winter. Remembrance. Security. Virgo, something apparently made or will make you wiser in winter. Whether someone showed their true colors or is going to, it's just made you realize this energy or the situation is something that you thought was going to be better and you don't want to be in it. Okay, there's certain vows or commitment that your ancestors take seriously. Maybe they stayed together, there was not much divorce in your family, something like that, where they're trying to get you to remember the vows you took. So if you're being mistreated by someone, they're watching down, they're saying you'll wisen up in the winter, you'll find something out. It's very spiritual, because there's something in the witch's cottage card with security and you being persecuted or accused of stuff. So if you're with someone in a relationship that's toxic, or how you've been treated wrong, or you are treating the person wrong, they are watching and they're not happy, and they're saying, what about the vows in this family and the strong traditions that we have? And you know, they're being very protective over what's going on there. So if you're being mistreated, they're asking you to rethink remember your vows, get wiser, and make sure your home or your family life is feeling secure. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty deep. Move these up a little bit so I have some space here. If you're unhappy, leave, they are trying to say to me, okay? Keep holding the vision you have, because a new earth is coming. A new earth sign like yourself could be coming into your life. So another Virgo here, a Taurus or a Capricorn. But don't give up on what you're thinking. If you're trying to get out of something, or you just want something for the better for the both of you, if you're in a relationship, a new earth, it's happening. Keep the vision. Don't lose it, because it, you know, time may have, or you might have felt time isn't on your side, but what you want to happen is going to happen. Okay. I feel somebody is going to enter your life, and this could be the earth sign we're talking about. It doesn't have to be, but they're channeling and uplifting you. They're going to make you feel good. You're going to feel like you can confide in this person. It doesn't mean you're going to be unfaithful. It doesn't mean if you're single, like they could be the person that you can trust, and you could develop a good friendship or a strong bond, a good work ethic. Something is going on there where you can feel like uplifted, because you've been feeling a little bit flat lately, Virgo. Okay. Spirit, what does Virgo need to know? Pleasure. Okay, it's just been your birthday. Have you been pleasured? Have you been treated like a god or a goddess? The number 9 could resonate. Spoil yourself. Indulge a little bit. Don't be so tight with money. Don't be tight with situations. Spirit wants you to have pleasure. Okay? And for some of you, I think that you have done that. You've had a good birthday, and now it's Libra season, but I feel like the pleasure card is there for a reason. Compromise, okay? Meet in the middle. Don't be stubborn and hold out. Your partner could be acting like he's not meeting you in the middle anymore, or she. The numbers 9 and 49, 9 strong here. Could be the date your partner's born. Could be a personal message there. Okay, but it's all about compromising. If you love the person enough, meeting in the middle. If you've been that type of person in the past and you're single, and you've been that person that is always going out and, you know, buying things and going further and doing everything for the other person, and then not being grateful or thankful or meeting you halfway, try to stay away from those energies. It's nice to give and not receive, and be like so charitable, but when it's costing you being manipulated and used for your good nature, you don't want that. So try to compromise and meet the person in the middle. Okay. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. What are the messages for Virgo? How do you feel about him or her, or the person you're thinking about? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, how do they feel towards you? The 5 of Swords. What have you been through? Chariot. Okay, and the relationship potential or status. The 9 of Cups. Okay, Virgo. So you feel like you are being juggled, or you feel like you don't have enough time to spend with them because you're working. There's that earth energy there again. But it's like you don't maybe know exactly how they feel towards you. You're wondering if there's somebody else. Maybe you've been together a while. But you're a bit confused, and it could be your energy or theirs. I feel it's down the middle with most Virgos, so you could be overworked and just not making the time. Okay, they're kind of laying down foundations with you, and then sort of cheekily taking them back, or not being as committed as they seem, or just playful and just not opening up as much. They're thinking things more than they're expressing towards you. I think what's happened here with the Chariot, there could be a Cancer energy. If not, you've chosen them over somebody else. You may have left someone for them. So that's what's happened before, or, you know, they've done that same thing to you, because the Chariot is motion, moving forward. But there's also like a black and white, like at the front, like you could go a forky path, you could choose, and I feel you chose. Okay, the potential is very loving and generous. You're both socially out there together and look great together, and you know, that couple that everybody wants to be like or has an image like, or you will meet somebody that's like that. But when you go home, it's not like, you know, kind of like, it reminds me of like that you still need to open up and express your deepest fears, because you both have bigger egos, so you won't really talk about it or something like that. So you need to really discuss where you're headed. Or if it's been together a long time, just make sure you still have the same goals going on. Okay, just make sure like you both know what you want and where you want to be. Okay. I don't. Avoid the conflict. Don't pretend to care now. Okay, so don't pretend to care now. It could be, I feel this is just saying, if you avoid the conflict and you don't discuss things and just look the image but aren't the image, you will get to a point where you will end up fighting, and you'll say, don't pretend to care now, you never did before, we never talked about this. So you have to make sure communication is the key, because sometimes Virgos don't like confrontation, they don't like to do it. They have the ability and the brains too, but they just avoid it. And it's what you've done a lot of the times. But if you want your relationship to have any kind of sustainability, you need to talk about it. Okay? Solution, situation and solution for you, for your person, situation and solution, oh, for you and your person. Okay. The situation, photographs, you're looking at old photos of you guys and you're wanting to make those memories again. Okay, there is chemistry there. You are that couple everyone wants to be, like I said, or you will be. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Don't lose that. Don't forget about that. Don't become complacent. Don't become friends. Just get back to that sexy lover thing. Do something different, Virgo. You're not going to lose them, but I feel you're just going to resent each other later if you don't. And I'm mostly talking about people that are in a relationship. This could just be your future with somebody if you are single. Okay, they are hurt by something. Okay, they're still angry. They're not dealing with it. They're avoiding the conversation, just like you. That's why they could be double earth. They could have earth in their chart like you. So they're secretly wanting to retreat. If you were married, they want to go back to that. Okay, they want to disconnect from the world, but they can't say it to you. So maybe the advice here, Virgo, you know what I'm going to say, is to make the first move and to get things back in order. Go for a sexy weekend away. Do something. Get the spark happening, because this could affect long term down the track. All right. Thank you, Virgo. Have a great day. Moving on. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what are the messages today for Leo? What does Leo need to know? I want to apologize for the last video for Cancer and Leo, because it was just really bad audio. I was trying to mask out sound and it backfired. So I apologize. Okay. Mother. Forgiveness. Love life. Big issues coming up or have come up. Okay, so your mother may have passed. You might have issues with your mother. There is some strong motherly energy that's come through. Okay, forgiveness is the middle card. Okay, this could be affecting your mother and your love life. Maybe they didn't get along. Something could be connected like that. There's a rose on this card. You're asking for forgiveness, okay, towards a connection, mother or love life. I'm not sure. It's smack in the middle, but we'll find out more. Your love life is really on your mind, and you are maybe asking for forgiveness or hoping for forgiveness or wanting an apology. But yeah, there's a sad sort of sorrow in this read, unfortunately. Your mother's health could not be that good, or they could just be giving advice. Don't get scared and think I'm saying your mom's going to die. But yeah, there's some kind of forgiveness in your love life or situation. Okay, what else does Leo need to know? home problems. Okay, it could be a home situation. The homeland card is on top of the mother card here. And it could just mean that you are trying to get your foundation sorted and where you are going to live. Clarify, well, not clarify it. Next card over, the forgiveness. Stability, the staff card. Okay, so you weren't stable, whether that be emotionally, mentally. You had a moment, okay? You were walking on eggshells, or you became a person that made somebody else feel unstable, but there wasn't much stability going on, okay? And you're sorry for that, or they're sorry for that, okay? Love life here. Rebirth, okay? So something new could be coming along for you. Rebirth. You could be hoping to rebirth someone, but I'm feeling it's a newer kind of energy where you can fix and repair the love life and get a chance to rebirth and be someone new, or, you know, not make the same mistakes you have. Okay, if you're feeling a bit down about that. All right. Oh. What else does Leo need to know? The Great Severing card, okay? There's Mars energy, there's the fire sign there, there's anger, there's conflict, okay? There's conflict within that you need to express, whether that be through a close friend or a counselor. You've got to soften to love again, okay? You can't demand and want all this forgiveness if you are just going to get angry or repress anger, okay? You've got to soften to love, and therapy or a close person you can trust might be the answer. Okay. Trust the path you're on. Things are going to look up, okay? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Really think about that question, okay? Spirit's asking you to do that. You know, what would be different to your life if you could change it? If you could go do something, what would you do? Okay? You can only do things for you. You can only quit something for you. You can only start something for you, not for others. Not for to look better, not to try to, you know, you have to have it within. And ask yourself, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I'll leave you with that one. Everyone will have a different kind of answer for that. Leadership and Holy Spirit, stepping up in the career world. Maybe you've got a job that's like going to require you to lead. Walking up the corporate ladder, doing something right. But I do notice something in two cards now. There's a white dove and it represents peace. There's a dove above the ladder, right? And then one of the first cards I put for you is a dove. It could symbolize something. You could be seeing white pigeons, doves, whatever. Some white birds. They could have, could be showing up in your backyard or something. It's symbolizing like peace and love there, okay? So do things with peace. Try to avoid anger, okay? Survival, healer guides, numbers 5, 1, 19. There's also 6 and 10 there. Don't mean to make it sound like lotto, but you've survived something. Sharks were around. You're on the boat by yourself. You're a strong person. You can get through it, okay? Your healer guides are around you, and the Holy Spirit for the leadership card, okay? There's not to worry. You've survived this. You can get through anything because you're strong, and you're stronger than you know, okay? If you're questioning if somebody loves you, yes, they love you. Okay, it may not be expressed, but they do love you. That's for the people who have that on their mind. If they're sitting there wondering if the new person or something is like, do they, how are they feeling? Yes, they love you. You know this, okay? You don't even need to ask that, okay? Your aha moments will appear more frequently. So you're seeing synchronicities, or you're seeing situations where things are falling into place and you realize what you did then to make it happen now, if that makes any sense, okay? So more seeing shit you probably don't want to be reminded of because it hurts. Maybe, you know, if someone's passed and you smell them, or, you know, things like that is just going to keep happening more frequently. It's just the phase it's going through. It's telling you that the angels are with you, okay? Right. How do you feel about your person? Justice. Could be thinking or feeling about a Libra energy. How do they feel about you? The Star. What have you been through? The Six of Wands. The relationship, potential or status. The Four of Wands. So you feel, if they're not a Libra energy, or will be, you feel justice was served either to them or to you. Okay? They feel that you are their dream come true. You're their match. Aquarius energy, they could have that in their chart. You could have that in their chart. They could, or you could, because it's how they feel towards you, okay? So we've got equality and fairness with the justice as well. Maybe you didn't get the equality that you wanted, or they didn't, or something. But there's a lot of passion in this connection. There's a lot of energy like that, okay? So what you've been through is victory. He's proud of the person. He's holding the wands. Like, what you've been through seems to be positive, not negative, okay? The potential in the situation is the Four of Wands, and that's celebrated. That's engagement. That's marriage. That could have been a future that you put to a hold, or they did, or something like that. But the cards are all upright, and they're all quite passionate and deep, okay? So the potential could be a marriage or a relationship that's committed, because there was success with that before. But I feel like, you know, what has happened is like, well, maybe someone got too cocky or too ahead of themselves, thinking that the person would stay no matter how high horse they were, because this guy's quite proud on the horse, okay? Right, so your solution and situation, and theirs. Your solution, situation, and theirs. Okay, yours. The love call. Someone wants to express love. They're thinking of you and they're letting you know. So you want to reach out to this person, right? You want to send some kind of text or some kind of love message, and you've maybe typed it, or you've maybe thought about doing it, or you're hoping for one back and you haven't quite done that, because your solution is marriage. This person could have potentially been somebody that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. You're hoping that they remember the good in you, and you're wanting to do that love call, okay? The situation is that, okay, you're thinking that's a solution, okay? If you want to make a phone call, who am I to say? But a message of love, you could receive one that they're thinking of you and they're letting you know somehow, okay? Their situation is self-indulgence. They're being selfish and they're spending time to heal. They're having self-appreciation. They're focusing on their self-worth because it might have been dragged through the mud, okay? The situation to them is codependency. Okay, there was too much of a codependent connection. They don't feel as strong about the connection as you do, because they've been through it and they've been hurt. So addictions could have been affecting the romantic life, okay? The codependency thing freaks them out because they want time alone, or, you know, it's been pushed away. They did see potential in this connection like that, but it just didn't work out, okay? Got the love card. Before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive love first. If you open your heart, love will flow into your soul. So don't be scared of the connections, whether it be new or old, okay? You need to open up your heart and not be so afraid or show your insecurities. You need to just put your heart out on the line, and if you want something, go for it. Don't be scared in your next connections, okay? Because this could really screw you over, and you'll just end up hurt all the time if you don't express it. There's love there. You've got the love. You just have to learn to give it and not be so selfish. It's very frustrating how self-absorbed and attention-seeking Leos can be. Like, you have such beautiful natures in other ways, but when you get like shut down, it's like so hard to open you back up. So just try and release that. Thank you, Leo. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what are the messages today for Cancer? What does Cancer need to know? Food and hunger. Farm. Medicine man or woman. Okay, you could be on a diet here or wanting to eat right or something like that. I don't feel you're starving. Okay, retreating to a farm or a holiday with peace is something that I feel you might need because you're overworked. For some of you, you could be trying medications or trying different things like herbalists, homeopath, culture, acupuncture. Something will help you, Spirit is saying. If you want to try and open your mind to acupuncture or something like that, the medicine man or woman card is there for that. Okay, so I think it's about getting away, refreshing yourself, maybe escaping a honeymoon like phase of your relationship, or just, you know, going back to somewhere you love, having some clean, nice food. Some of you could be, you know, fasting or doing something like that for the hunger part, but it's going to pay off for your health in the end. Shadow mirror card, power card. Rebirthing. Okay, so you're wanting to do a new, fresh you, and you have the power and the mind strength to do this, but I feel sometimes you just fall to bits if you're around bad influences or something like that, and you look at yourself in the mirror and sometimes you're not happy with the person you see, like that Michael Jackson song Man in the Mirror, because there's some darkness over you, or people feel that you be fake sometimes and it's not the real you, so like you're fighting shit that people say, or it's affecting you, it's hurting you, so you want to do something about a situation. Not all you Cancers, some of you are quite confident and healthy, and that's fine, but if you are thinking of a health overhaul, and it's like good to just not be so hard on yourself like that, but you know, you do have the mind to change if you want to change and get healthy. Okay, right. Fall into my arms card. Surrender, holding extremes of life, holding the opposites. Okay, so someone has fallen into your arms, or you want somebody to, you just want to hold them. You want them to surrender to you, and so you can have them. Okay, it's almost like not like an obsession, but it's like something that you've wanted for a while. Tune into the portal of your heart, so your heart is open to this. You're devoted to the person, or they're devoted to you. Okay, it's a nice feeling, like you just want them all to yourself, and you want them to surrender, and you don't want to let them go. And they know this, they can sense it. Okay, and you know in your heart you have to take things slow and see how they go, but sometimes you both just can't help it. Okay, tune into the portal of your heart, follow your heart, listen to your heart, and if it's telling you not to let go, then don't. Okay, you just don't doubt yourself, and you don't have to be as insecure. I think that's what the message is there. Okay, 2 of these ones. Cancer messages, please, Spirit. Self-esteem, see, it's really not. You're really feeling you have to up the ante or do something. Okay, number 16 could resonate. Name Michael, guardian angel Michael is there for your self-esteem, to lift it up and tell you it's not that bad, but you just might need to watch your health or your diet or something like that. Okay, Don't look in the mirror and feel that darkness. Look in it and say something positive when you wake up. Okay, grace. 39, Holy Spirit. Handle things with grace because there's going to be a lot of shit that's going to be thrown at you. Just be yourself. There's peace there with the dove. Don't start trouble. Just, you know, listen to what the person has to say and keep it light if you need to, because you don't want that type of energy around you and your family. Okay. How do you feel about your person, him or her? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. How do they feel towards you? Four of Cups. What you've been through. Potential or relationship situation. Okay, so you feel the person is the Queen of Pentacles, so they could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn energy. They could be good with money. They could help you with things. They aren't in reverse. They're not there to take advantage of money, but they're holding a coin and looking down. Okay, it could be their concern about how you spend your money, not in a they want your money type way, but just in a courtesy of care. Okay, how they feel towards you is love. Okay, their cups are upright, but they feel sometimes you feel or they feel that they could be looking at other cups or distracted by another love or something and not realizing. This person could not realize what they have in front of them, and they're just starting to realize what you are and what you can offer now, and they didn't before. Okay, they're folding their arms, looking down at what's on the floor that's still upright, so that other people may still have love for them, and it confuses them, or you are confused by a love and an energy that you have. Either way, that needs to be clear before we can move on, because the 9 is what's happened is other people involved that you care about, both sides. The cups are upright again, and it's the 9 before the 10. Okay, so it tells me that there was a lot of energies, and there was still people, like the person's still partying and is happy and is generous and is there in the middle with all these cups surrounding him. There could be numerous women or men. Okay, what's happened is it hasn't stayed or hasn't approached the 10 yet. Okay, but the relationship potential is, if this person isn't clinging and holding on to something, it's also like mind, body, and like soul, like feet. It reminds me of just having it all together and hoping for happiness. Okay, there could be wealth, there could be success, there could be things that it has potential. Okay, clinging on to this person may feel like it's a bit too much, or it's like a fear, but at the same time you want to do it. It's okay. Maybe this person hasn't had attention for a while and needs that, so you don't have to feel that, and hopefully you have a strong bond where you'll be able to tell them, or they'll be able to tell you, hang on, I need space, or this if they did. Okay, things are going in the right direction there. Okay, solution and situation for you. Solution and situation for them. Okay, you. Wedding rings and engagement. Okay, solution, situation, engagement, and situation, engagement. Your love life is a setting for a high level of commitment, so you're wanting to commit a commitment with them, and the solution is union, wedding, married, and a soul connection and everlasting promise. Okay, them towards you is a soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. The solution, the mask card, not showing your true feelings and hiding your persona and pretending isn't fooling anyone. The solution is take off the mask and reveal you really do feel that they are your completion and they are your other soulmate. Okay, so I think they sense this as well. Okay, these fears are just nothing. Your self-esteem should be better. It just, this person might have difficulties expressing their feelings of how they feel towards you and what they feel is going to happen given the fact that they may not have come out of something that long ago, so that frightens them about rebounds or something like that, vice versa. Okay, you're both in the same boat, so just be honest with each other and know that everything will fall into place and get your health on track.